I travel to Japan a lot as a tourist, and I could not have done it without these key Japan travel apps and web services. I've been tweaking my app library along the way, so here's a list of 14 travel apps I can't live without so that you can download them on your next Japan trip. Now, how did that get there? Your Japan trip is about to get a lot easier. Number 1, visit Japan Web. This is a website that I recommend you bookmark or add to your home screen as a web app. Instead of filling up these forms, which can be quite timely and annoying in the aeroplane, register your passport and trip details before your trip. You'll receive a QR code via a web app that you can scan at the airport when entering Japan, making it so much easier. Number 2, digital Suica or a balance checker for Android. Add a travel card via the Apple Wallet and have it topped up before you even arrive in Japan. Choose from Suica, Passmo or Ikoka. You'll be able to tap your way through the majority of Japan's trains and buses and even spend at many shops and restaurants. Pretty much a great solution to going mostly cash-free in Japan. Unfortunately, this is not available on non-Japanese Android phones, so downloading a balance checker can be of great use instead. Keep an eye out for a new Welcome Suica app that will launch in 2025, hopefully tackling any banking issues that some people sometimes experience. Number 3, Yurekuru Call. This one can literally be a lifesaver. It's an early earthquake tsunami warning alert app. You won't want to miss installing this or something similar. I've been in some good tremors and given a few seconds warning made all the difference, although I still panicked, I'm not gonna lie. Number 4, Google Maps. Yes, obvious, but say goodbye to confusing subway routes. I'd literally be lost without Google Maps. It is a must-have, and don't underestimate the power of live view feature. It's a game changer. You might also want to consider installing Navitime if you're using a JR Pass, because unlike Google Maps, Navitime can give you the routes based on the JR Pass that you're using. Number 5, SmartEX. Now, this is a website that can be made into a web app, which I recommend. Registering ahead of time will help with this one, by the way. You'll be able to book Shinkansen tickets online with SmartEX. The website lets you buy tickets ahead of time and even link it to some existing IC cards for some routes. It's a great way to skip long lines at the station. I'll add a comment explaining how to get your IC card number from a digital card via iOS. Number 6, Go Taxi or Uber. Be sure to install Go Taxi before you land in Japan and register your details in advance, as you'll receive a code for registration via text message, which can sometimes be difficult to receive from Japan depending on your telephone provider. Go Taxi is Japan's Uber, and Uber also works, by the way. Mostly anyway. Number 7, Ecbo Cloak. If you need to store your luggage for longer periods of time, then a station locker won't do it, and some hotels might have a problem keeping it for you without a future reservation. But this is where Ecbo Cloak comes in. You can store your bags at various locations for up to 30 days. Perfect for those multi-city adventures without the heavy load. As a sneaky tip, you can also luggage forward your luggage using services like Yamato from your hotel to a future date, but usually up to a maximum of 7 days. Number 8, Google Translate. It's no secret that Japan isn't as English friendly as you might expect, although things are improving. So Google Translate is a lifesaver for reading menus, signs, or communicating with locals. Always have this app at your disposal to make sure that you're not lost in translation. Number 9, Klook or similar services. I book tours, tickets, experiences, and even train passes using Klook. I've even used Klook to skip the line at popular attractions on the actual day. There is a website and also an app. I do have an affiliate link you can use to help the channel out at no additional cost to you, and you can even create a web app out of my affiliate link to make sure that you're always using it, and it will even open in the app if it's installed. Number 10, Sakura Mobile or an Esim or something similar, because staying connected in Japan is very important, because some of these apps actually rely on internet connectivity. There are many eSIM options out there, and if your phone is compatible, it's a great way to be set up before you even land. I personally use Sakura Mobile for my data needs because they are a Japan-focused company and always work like a charm. Use my affiliate link to help the channel out. Also, if you want, whilst at the same time, get a product that you're likely gonna get anyway, right? Number 11, Tabelog. It's finally in English, and this one is new to my home screen. Tabelog is a go-to website for discovering the best local food in Japan, and now it's available in English, finally! You can even make reservations too. I created a handy web app shortcut on my home screen to always have it at the ready. And as a little tip, searching in Google Maps in Japanese instead of English can uncover some hidden gems and maybe a few deliciously odd culinary experiences. And ultimately, getting lost and stumbling on your own discovery is my favorite way of dining whilst in Japan. Number 12, this would be a travel bank card. Traveling smart means using a travel card that lets you exchange currencies at the best rate and with less or no fees. I personally use Revolut, but I know that there are others like Wise. It's also a great way to start saving for your Japan trip. I usually put my extra change into my Revolut app and convert it when the rate is right. You can even add a digital card to your Apple Wallet or Google Wallet, and using the physical cards always works like a charm when I get cash out at ATMs in Japan. Number 13, okay, this one might be obvious, but install your Airline app. With the excitement of your trip and whilst you're traveling around Japan, it's easy to forget that you will unfortunately need to check into your departure flight at some point towards the end of your trip. So, installing the app of the airline that you're flying with will make things so much easier for that very difficult moment at the end of your trip when you realize that it's nearly all over. Having your airline app will also keep you updated about flight statuses and give you everything you mostly need for your trip back home under one app. Number 14, Line. This one is mostly optional, but can come in very handy, especially if you want to make connections with locals. This is Japan's favorite messaging app. It's a little bit like WhatsApp or Telegram, and I think it's the best way to make connections and keep in touch with people you meet along your travels. So yes, want to be the ultimate savvy traveler? Download these apps, get your tech set, and you'll be navigating to Japan like a pro in no time. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more travel hacks, tips, and quirky adventures to make your Japan trip unforgettable. And hey, if you do get lost, at least you'll be lost in Japan, which is pretty much a win in itself, right? Drop a comment with your favorite app, or the one that you've tried, or the one that's failed you. We'll sort it out together. Safe travels, stay positive, and be a happy gaijin. Check out this video here. It's a good refresher on how to navigate around Tokyo's train system and Japan's train system pretty much using your ticket or IC card.